Hello, welcome to Search for Ultimate. Today I am going to make a review of Pokémon Scarlet and Violet. Before I begin, I must say that this Pokémon game does have a lot of performance issues, and I will talk about them later on in this video, but I still enjoyed the game quite a lot as I am making the review now. Okay, so like many other Pokémon games, there are two versions, Scarlet and Violet. The stories are mostly identical, but there are some notable differences. First difference you will notice is the legendary Pokemon appearing in the cover of the game, Koraidon and Miraidon. Koraidon is available in the Scarlet version and Miraidon in Violet version. There are about 400 Pokemon available, and excluding the legendary Pokemon, there are about 30 Pokemon that are exclusive to a certain version, 15 in Scarlet and 15 in Violet. In order to get all of them, you will need to trade with other people, either locally or online, which requires you to purchase Nintendo Online subscription. Another difference is the academies that you attend in the game. In the Scarlet version, you will attend Naranja Academy, and in Violet version, you will attend Uva Academy. The outfits are different in color as well. The last difference is the professor you meet in the game. In the Scarlet version, you will meet Professor Seda, and in the Violet version, you will meet Professor Turo. Alright. So as the game starts, you will find out that you are accepted into the academy. Before you travel though, you get to choose one of the three starter Pokemon. Like most Pokemon games, there are fire, grass, and water type to choose from. You can only choose one, and you will have to trade for the others. As you head to academy, you will meet the legendary Pokemon Koraidon or Miraidon, and you get to travel with it. However, you won't be able to battle with them until the end of the game. Pokémon Scarlet and Violet is actually an open world game, so you don't even have to go to the school right away. Unlike the traditional Pokémon games, you don't have to stick to a given order when challenging the gyms either, and you are free to explore the world as you like. Having said that, I highly recommend that you go to school as soon as possible because you need to go to school before you can ride your legendary Pokémon. And yes, that is right, in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, we don't ride bicycle anymore to explore the world. We actually get to ride the legendary Pokemon. Koraidon and Miraidon will be able to dash, swim, glide, and climb vertically. Of course, you don't get to do that right away, you will need to unlock their abilities first. Unlike most previous Pokemon games, Scarlet and Violet has three main storylines to start with. These are Victory Road, Path of Legends, and Starfall Street. Victory Road is a classic Pokemon story where you challenge 8 gym leaders and the Pokemon League to become the champion. Path of Legends has the player working with another student Arvin to collect Arba Mystica, which is guarded by Titan Pokemon, so you will need to defeat them first. This is where you get to unlock more of Koraidon or Miraidon's abilities. Lastly, Starfall Street has players infiltrate the Team Star bases and defeat the boss of the Team Star crews. By the way, the Team Star members are delinquent students of the academy. Again, this is an open world game, so you can challenge them in any order. Having said that, the levels for the Pokemon and the gyms that you face are predetermined, so you might want to face them in a certain order. You can Google it for the order, by the way. Okay, so let's talk about the features that you find in Scarlet and Violet. There are several. First, new feature introduced in Scarlet and Violet is terrestrialization. Terrestrialization of Pokemon causes their body to glisten like a cut gemstone, and there is also a Terra Jewel that appears above their head. When that happens, Pokemon takes on a Terra type which is independent from its original types. So for instance, Eevee with a normal type can have a poison Terra type, and another Eevee that can also have a steel type, and so on. Each Pokemon can have only a single Terra type, but you can change them if you want. When you use a move with the same type as Terra type, the move becomes stronger. Another reason you might want to terrestrialize is if you know your Pokemon is weak against water, then you can turn to grass. That way you're not weak against electricity, for instance, or something like that. It adds additional strategy to battle. What I like about terrestrialization is that unlike a Dynamax in Pokemon Shield, there is no turn limit. So once you terrestrialize, it stays until you faint or exit from the battle. By the way, if you switch Pokemon and bring it back, it'll still be terrestrialized. Once you use terrestrialization, you need to visit Pokemon Center before you can use it again. The only disappointing thing I've felt about terrestrialization is that there are set number of terrestrialized forms, 1 per types. That was a bit disappointing because I was expecting some more varieties. The next is Let's Go feature. This feature lets you send a Pokemon out to battle or pick up items automatically. I mostly use it to battle quickly. It is not really a great way to get experience points though, so I rarely use it in battle. If you like to have Pokemon out and about, then this feature may be for you though. The only problem you might face is that if you stray too far from your Pokemon, the Pokemon goes back into the Pokeball, which was a bit annoying because I would have wanted it to keep wandering about, but that wasn't the case. The Pokemon just simply can't catch up with you. Another new feature is the Union Circle, which lets you adventure together with up to 3 friends. I personally haven't really used this feature that much. I only used it once so that I can evolve Finizen. It is a requirement, but from what I hear, it doesn't seem to be such a great feature. When you play with your friends, you don't have to go around together. You can go and explore on your own. You can cheer each other's battles and things like that. Again, I didn't use this feature much, but I feel that you don't really need it. I don't know, you can disagree if you want. Also, in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, you can have a picnic with your Pokemon. At a picnic, you can make food or play with your Pokemon. Also, give your Pokemon a bath. You might want to do that when you want to become more friendly with your Pokemon so that you can evolve them. Also, you need to have a picnic to get eggs to hatch. One last thing I want to mention is that in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, you can actually catch a second Koraidon or Miraidon, depending on your version, which is awesome because that way you can keep one while trading away the other to get legendary Pokemon from the other version. Hence, have both at the same time. Yay, right? Okay, so let's talk about some problems now. You may have heard other people complain about it. Occasionally the game slows down. Not quite to the point where you can't play anymore, but enough to annoy you. It also crashed on me once. There are some glitches in the game sometimes. For a bit more common, I think would be like Pokemon stuck to a wall. At another time, although I could not catch it on video as I was going over the edge of the cliff while I was on Koraidon, and I somehow just stuck. Koraidon was shaking up and down, and I could not get it down from Koraidon, and I couldn't open up a map to fly away. So if wild Pokemon didn't attack me then, I would have had it to restart the game. So I mean, this is quite disappointing for a Pokemon game. Okay, another thing, the voicing, or the lack thereof. I mean, what is the excuse, right? Why are there no voicing? Pokemon is such a popular game, yet there still is no voicing. It's just sad. Another big problem I always have with the most Pokemon games, including Scarlet and Violet, is that some Pokemon requires trading or playing with other people to evolve. If you prefer to play by yourself, like me, you will not be able to complete the Pokédex. Alright, so the conclusion. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is far from perfect. With all of its performance issues and the quality of graphics, well, poor quality of graphics, it is quite unacceptable for games like this. Game Freaks and Nintendo have disappointed quite a lot of people for sure. Having said that, there are a few things I like about the game. First is its multiple storylines. This change is quite welcome. Another is that it is an open world game, my favorite kind. I would give this game 7.5 out of 10, or maybe 8 out of 10. I can't really make up my mind here because part of me want to give this a higher rating because I just love Pokemon a lot. At the same time, I know that people are just hating the performance of the game right now. Best part of the Pokemon game, for me anyway, is catching many different Pokemon and trying them out, and there are a lot to catch in Scarlet and Violet, so give it a try, guys. With that, that is the end of the review. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys in the next video.